Ahoy gamers, and welcome back to our series on Anno, Pax Romana. In this episode, we start to upgrade our city to our second tier, giving us the plebeians, which is a new type of civilian. Once we unlock that, we have to start to fulfill their needs. This includes gathering some clay to make some tiles, gathering some wheat to make some bread, and starting to burn down some forests to get some charcoal. We unlock the ability to start building a military. With the ability to build a military, we start to build a encampment around our villa, ready to defend ourselves in case we get attacked. So without further ado, let's jump straight on in. And here we are back in Anno Romana? It's definitely not Romania, it's Romana. As we're playing through the campaign. As you see here, we're on the second mission, which is Julia's birthday. We need to produce 3 tiles. So, last episode, we managed to get ourselves the initial kind of setup just here. And we've got ourselves the ability to upgrade to the second tier of residents. We're going to upgrade some of these, but not all of these. I need to keep an eye on my population here. So I've got 44 essentially peasants available, and I have 6 of these guys available. So I'm going to level up 2 more. There we go. So we've got 9 of these available. Because leveling these up should give us a little bit more money, I believe. And they have more needs now. So they've got other types of food they need. So they need either garum, which I guess is wine, or some bread. Then they need to have a grammaticus or a sanctuary. And they also need either sandals or soap. And then they need one of these. Either, I'm not going to pronounce that, or olive oil, which yeah, fine. Don't know how to get olive oil just yet. I've got ourselves some new items down here. The Officium. They also got ourselves the Governor Villa. So if I click over to the plebeians, so we've now unlocked these 2 here. So bread. So we get 2 grow population and 1 income. Bread's immense popularity and convenience also makes it highly lucrative to those in the trade business. And garum, a fishy condiment, sure to put a smile on people's faces. It pairs well with bread, porridge, anything. Get income and happiness from that. Okay, so we'll work on both of those. So we need flour, a mill, bakery, and we also need a coal burner. And for this we need a fishery, we need salt extractor. Okay, so we need a few things that require charcoal. So I think it's probably worth putting because annoyingly, a charcoal burner will work really well, but also reduces happiness in the vicinity. And it reduces the fire safety. So I kind of want to put this kind of out of the way, but close enough for us to get a warehouse. To be honest, we could just put a warehouse right next to it. So I think we just want to put a... Yeah, I think we want to put a warehouse here. Not a warehouse there, a coal burner just there. And we should be able to just put a path straight to it. Let's go up by 1. There you go, so path directly to that. So that should start getting some charcoal. And that'll reach this warehouse here. Because all warehouses are linked. It doesn't really matter. So this warehouse here, as long as we link this river slot here, which will give us clay. So we link the clay to it. That will give us clay and charcoal that can now be mixed. Then we want to link these 2 together, just like so. And then we want to be able to make ourselves some tiles. This requires charcoal. So this will move charcoal. So this requires plebeians. This requires plebeians as well. This requires plebeians as well. So I need to get some more of these upgraded. So I'll upgrade maybe 2 more of these. So we can probably upgrade this whole left section here. So with that in mind, the coal's going to reach here. And then the clay is going to reach this warehouse here. So now we need to be able to make ourselves some tiles. And we may as well just put our tiles... Let's put the tiles on the seafront. It does reduce fire safety though. So we do kind of want this out of the way. So let's have this over here. Not ideal. You'd ideally want all of these together, but that reduces fire safety. So our fire production kind of side of things will be all down here on this island, because it looks like we can unlock this whole island over here soon. Should be really useful. So that's that completed. That should now give us tiles. With that in mind, we can now work on getting some of these. So this food here, so we need this, which requires tiles. We also then need this as well, which also requires tiles. Okay, that's fine. With that in mind, then, we can get ourselves some more houses. And I like to work in kind of areas of 5. So there's a lot more houses there. But bring this all the way down, bring this across there. There we go. So some of these we can start upgrading. There we go, perfect. So these obviously need people to move in. At the moment we've got no one living in them, but that will happen over time. And our income will slowly change. You can see our income's going up already, which is very nice. So obviously these are upgraded, perfect. So now we need to start getting some tiles. We only have one more bit of timber as well. And I'm presuming so the clay's on its way. Same with some charcoal. And that will slowly make some tiles for us. It's going to be a long process. This poor guy's going to have to carry it back and forth. There we go. That's now on fire. Awesome. So we've got some charcoal. And then, to be honest, it would be better to have it up here, but it's too close to the buildings for the fire risk. We don't want to risk setting that ablaze, to be perfectly honest. Warehouse would be easy if we had a warehouse right next to it, to be honest. Like a warehouse just there. Construction cost, it costs a bit to set up. But once it's set up, it's not a problem. Put that right there, because I have a feeling that we may actually drag you back by 1. Drag you back by 1, good. And then can I drag this across by 1? Do you want to drag you across by 2? So we can loop this all up with some roads. And hopefully we can get some roads over here in the future. There's a clay spot right here. Let's just drag this clay spot all the way over here. Done. So all of this has been made in the same location. Don't know why I didn't think of that. It's a bit silly of me. So now we just have this spare road here, which I don't know how to get rid of. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get rid of roads just yet. But there we go. So clay is collected here. Clay can then charcoal's also made here. They can go straight into this, and hopefully straight into. So we've got 1 tile created. Good. So what's our rest of our supplies looking like? So timber's a bit slow. So it might be worth us getting another forest camp. We put another forest camp just over here. Because what efficiency are you at? It says you've got 100% chance to crit, which is fine. Then drag you down here. Let's get ourselves another. Let's have you this way around. So we can just keep bringing in some more timber. And yeah, our tiles will slowly get there over time. So we've got charcoal down here. What else do we need for these guys? So for this, we need 2 tiles. This just needs 1 tile. And it costs a fair bit actually. Maintenance 8 per month. Requirements mackerel, which is fine. Put you there. Probably put you 2 of you down, but we don't need 2 right now. Goods have varied production times. Avoid bottlenecks. So this. What's this production? So that costs a minute. So I need 2 of these. And that goes on a harbour area. So we can put this over here. Yeah, we'll put that just down here. Yes, it takes 30 seconds. Yeah, that will just be a bottleneck for the time being. We now have 2 tiles. Okay, apparently we don't have 2 tiles. So this is going to be our bottleneck for the time being, because everything's going to require these tiles. Once we've got this up and running, we should be okay. Because then we'll be able to make ourselves this, which then give us more income. It's just going to take time, that's all. Okay, you're missing goods. So you're still missing some wood. So that's can I increase this by any at all? So 65 slightly better, 66, 68.
Tranquil sanctuaries, the scholarly haunts of Ambrosia. If you're not too busy, we look forward to a trip down memory lane.
Okay, so she wants us to build her either Grammaticus or Sanctuary.
You need a villa, Ere, essential in demonstrating your control of an island.
Now it wants me to build a villa as well. I'm in no rush to build a villa.
I'm not sure I learned that yet.
Yeah, because a governor villa costs a lot. Costs a lot. But it does look awesome. The blueprints for this. So having that, I don't know, like all the way over here would look awesome. Or on top of a mountain. Can I even put anything on top of the mountain? Doesn't look like it. Wait, what is the biggest... Is this the biggest mountain? So this would have been the volcano that I mentioned. Doesn't look too much like a volcano. Right, so you're struggling for getting wood to you. But I have moved these to have slightly better production, so that should be okay. Okay, you're slowly getting some salt as well, which is perfect. Which means we should be able to... Okay, we've got one tile. I think we need two, don't we? We do need two. That's fine. So... Grain, that requires tiles. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 all in all for the entire bakery, which is fine, I guess. Are we getting an abundance of charcoal? It looks like we are. We may need a second charcoal burner. I think we may have to put the second charcoal burner just over the other side of the river. And then... we will then build a road going across. Okay, it costs 7. It costs 10. Okay, so we need 10 timber for that. Which we'll wait for. While we wait for that, this costs 2 and 2, which we now have enough for. And... so this causes... it reduces happiness, but does increase income. I don't think I want that too close to people, to be quite honest. Let's have this down here. Let's have this just hidden in this corner. And that will just slowly do its thing. Because then it will just drop the resources back off into the trading post. And then that's that one done. So 10 timber is what I needed. And you straight across to there. Was there a slope? That's the least distance we need. There we go. That's 7 right there. We've got you connected now. So we can get some more over to here. So how many needed? 1, 2, 3, 6 tiles, was it? Need 6 tiles and need it somewhat close to a oh right, I just absolutely decimated this guy's trees. Oops. I may have to put you over there. Okay, building roads also destroys trees, which makes sense, annoyingly. There we go. So this area here we can use as a wheat field. So once we have enough planks for this, we can start putting the wheat down this side. And then we do our mill over this side, because this should be close enough to here. And then they can just grab the charcoal from here, because we should get an abundance of charcoal now. We've got 2 burners. So we are missing some of our workforce. So let's increase this. There's 1, 2. There we go. So how many do we need for this? 4 of the slaves, 3 of those, and 3 of those. So we need 6 of these altogether. So I think we're going to upgrade the last of these in this right hand side. Then we need 2 more. Obviously, timber's being the limiting factor at the moment. We're not kind of rushing through this, but we're not really giving our city much time to just gather resources. Yeah, timber's the next bottleneck, which is fine. So you're still missing a load of wood. That's not ideal. Do we want to get ourselves another saw? Should we put you... It's quite far away. Build you there. And I'll have to sacrifice one or two trees for that. And then we can move you down like there, like that, and straight back down. Spend a lot of money on roads. There we go. So you can now find a detailed overview of your production and economy on the statistics screen. Now got military, which is cool. It's a statistics screen. Where's that? Notifications, quest tracker. Where is statistics screen? Ornaments. B is for build, apparently. Okay. Ships, land troops. Not actually sure where the statistics screen is, to be honest. Island fire safety. You've got a negative fire safety. Oops. And okay, that's fine. I'm sure there is a really cool screen for all of this. Military buildings. So we can now get ourselves a barracks, a place to recruit your infantry, the soundest base for an army. That's pretty cool. Then we can build ourselves like a little palisade, which I don't actually want to do. I did not want to do that at all. Palisades are cool though. And then build ourselves archer towers. And then we can make ourselves some weapons. Iron mine into the furnace, into a weaponsmith. That's pretty cool. We can actually start making weapons. But that is future us problem. Let's baby steps. Let's keep working on these. So we now have enough of our plebeians. So let's give ourselves a wheat farm. Let's put a wheat farm here. So wheat can be this way. Don't really want to... So we can put wheat just there. We can keep going this way. We can still go 40 or so this way. There we go. Not the best shape, but fine. Then a little... Oh, this requires a river. Ooh. Oh my. This will be best over here then. So actually, if I just delete that, be easier just deleting it. So this requires a river. So a bit of river there, and put a wheat farm next to it. Then we can then put a bakery. +2 income, -2. Ooh, loads more income's pretty good. So we can actually put this there. Put that right there. And then with this, we can go and give ourselves a relatively large wheat field. Like so. So that will get the wheat straight into the mill. Then from the mill, it will then take it down to the warehouse. And the warehouse, we can then grab it from here. We can construct that now. And then that should be bread created. We have now unlocked the next set of buildings. So Sanctuary, a tranquil respite from the hustle and bustle. The Sanctuary opens its gates to the quietly devoted. That gives us belief and happiness. The Grammaticus, with the reading of poetry and philosophy comes the real risk of becoming overly clever. So we get knowledge for that. Interesting. Sanctuary, what do we need for that? Costs a fair bit. Okay, now it's really pushing for me to make this villa, but I'm hearing lots of... That's cool, it's fully armed as well. Right, where was I? So, the Grammaticus, it's also quite a large building as well. Does this affect... Okay, it affects everyone within its radius. So that would be good to have. Ideally, I want all of all of our main guys attached to that. So we will probably want that about there. Then the sanctuary, probably want there as well. Yeah, that will work. We can put a road straight across round the top areas and through the centre. Do these actually require anyone inside them? That does not, and that does not either. Okay, they do require a lot of resources. So click the construction tab, you find your villa here. Each island can have one villa.
Your villa will be the main target. I'd say place it far from the coast.
Okay, so if we get invaded, they're going to attack the villa. So we get invaded from there. Looks like up here would be the best place for the villa, because then they have to come either this way, so they have to come that way. Okay, fine. So it's full stop to rotate. So this would be the best place for the villa. But unfortunately, I won't. It doesn't increase. Okay, that's too far away as well. We're going to build the villa over here. It doesn't. Does give us prestige though. That's the only problem. Unless we. That is quite a large area for it to give prestige. I think we probably build it. Can I remove this? So let's change orientation. That's not what I wanted. Can I just delete that? Oh, no, I just deleted the whole thing. Oops. Oopsies. However, it does actually make sense for me to put the wheat farm on the other side. Let's change the size of this. Perfect. Let's put wheat farm over here. And then wheat farm all the way down here. There you go. That'll do. So, with that in mind, we can now put our villa. No, it's not our villa. I want to build our villa back here. So we turn this round. Entrance going directly that way. Perfect. How many? One. So how big's the influence of this? It's quite a large influence. It's probably around about there. So we've got 1, 2. There could be a wall there. 1, 2. So it could be about there. Let's build it there. So we can then build a gate, a wall going straight up there. Then, when it comes to our military, build a lovely little gate there. One archer tower there. Oh, they overlap. Okay, so they can't overlap. That's fine. So build one there. Okay, still can't overlap. And one there. One there. And I can't build anything on that side. That's fine. Then we can just build our walls. Build our walls around this. Okay, I don't really like how these walls have gone. So we can actually drag this up by 1. I can. This one will have to go up by 1 as well. Okay, I can't quite clear that. However, I can destroy this.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
So we have a shortage of workers, so let's get ourselves some more live-in accommodation. Perfect. So then hopefully this will take a bit of time. Obviously our workers should start bouncing back up. And then should get another row of houses here. Just like so. And then we can move that along there. Perfect. Then this should start to go down. Okay, minor city. Okay, we're now in minor one city apparently, or
City
no?
is growing, and the chance of an incident with it. Build institutions to better deal with such incidents.
Shortage of workers in the city. That's fine. Build city watches. Fights fires within your city. That's useful. Very useful. So that wants to go. Well, I can actually afford that, so that wants to go right there. Just get that up straight away. What does these cost? Okay, that's fine. There's 2 instant units walking around. That's good. So I do want to upgrade, buy these, but they do cost a lot. Obviously, we're still waiting for this. Still need enough workers for it. And are these collecting workers over time? So they are still slowly going up. Good. How are these looking? So they have their initial food requirement. They don't have any of those. Don't have any of the clothing either. That's fine. Baby steps. Let's get these built first. Also want this removed first. Once this is removed, we can then move, delete that, move you up by 1. And why can I not build these? Okay, they cost a lot. That's why I can't build them. That's fine. The military, let's get this all the way around to the end there. How big's the barracks? It's quite a large barracks. Where is the front of the barracks? There it is. So I'd like to build a barracks just there. Does that mean I can build another? I can't build another tower. That's fine. Build that all the way across there. So the barracks is within is next to the villa. And once this is destroyed, we'll then be able to build ourselves another tower to defend this side. And then once that's done, we'll then make sure the wall goes all the way around. And okay, the game's slowly saving, which is perfect. So we need to increase this workforce as well. I believe these are still getting more and more people joining. No, it doesn't look like they are. Okay, they look like they're full. This one can't go any higher because it's quite far away from places. He's too far away from the tavern. But we can now get some more. There we go. Abandoned tavern can now be cleared. Okay, remove this.
The workers have salvaged something from under that ruin.
Okay, nice. We can collect the resources. Right, now let's go and build ourselves this.
Hello, Juliana.
And now we can continue to build this wall from here all the way out to here. And that can then go that way as well. We now just need to build all this. It's going to cost a lot of timber. Timber is probably our biggest bottleneck at the moment. So we have got beach here, Ideally, I would like to have built over here. My villa, that is. But it gives a lot of prestige. And it looks like we have a good enough amount of workforce. So with that in mind, so what do you guys still need? You guys still need either a Sanctuary or Grammaticus. You need some for clothing. I can't give you any clothing right now. And you guys still need to be built. One's done. Perfect. And the other one's done as well. Perfect. So we are actually now getting a positive income of our balance, which is nice. Oh, swung that a bit too far around. So how is it looking? So our tiles are slowly getting there. So we are saying that we need a lot of tiles. We need a lot of timber as well. And you still need, you need a load of timber as well. But we should be able to increase our military strength at least by having all these active. Let's build a wall, a road from there to the front of the barracks. Going to build a road to each of the towers as well. Just like that. We'll probably just build a tower over here as well. Why I'd need one there, I don't know. But awesome. Everything's going rather swimmingly. Oh, the statistics are up here. Ah, that's interesting. Interesting, okay. Not going to read through all that. I may have a look at it in my own time to be honest. Oh, what's Hall of Fame? Okay, Albion. Okay, I don't know what that is yet. Latium. Oh, nice. Got Neptune. I don't know what all these are, to be honest. It looks like something like Battle Pass, but I don't think this game has Battle Passes. Oh, you can spend money to get these. Are these like researchers or not? Anyway, that's besides the point. We'll have a look at those later. So that's 5 tiles now. So we still need a load of bits of timber. I think this is going to be it for this episode. So we made good headway. We've increased a lot of our city to be a load of plebeians. We've got a load of slave or peasant workforce as well. And we now have a positive income, which is huge. We just need to just survive, which is easier said than done. We have got a large amount of charcoal, which we might be able to just start selling some excess charcoal as well, but that's going to be a future us problem. And looking at this, so to make weapons, we need to find some ore. Oh, there's ore over here, okay. So that's not a million miles away. Is there any other ore elsewhere? There's ore over here, which is right next to our charcoal as well. So we could, because this requires charcoal, we could start making some weapons from over here. But that's going to be next episode. Because we're going to end this one here. So if you made it this far, thank you much for watching. As per usual, this series will be out every single Tuesday. So check in next week, next Tuesday, if you want to continue watching it. And on that, we also have a couple of links in the description down below. The first link is to my Discord, if you want to join the community Discord. Small community, slowly growing, you're all more than welcome to join. We also have 2 YouTube channels down below. One is Mrs Rothmers YouTube channel called One Nerd to All Them All, which is all about fantasy lore. If you like some Warhammer, some Lord of the Rings, she covers that type of lore. We also have a joint YouTube channel which is all about the Warhammer tabletop, whether it's Kill Teams, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, and some Lord of the Rings battle strategy game. We cover a load of stuff. So we build, paint, so we're going to soon be battling, do some reviews on some kits we've got as well. The type of stuff you like, have a look over there. Let's have a wonderful day everyone, and catch you next episode. Peace out.